te kokako wawata I ngā tohu o hui ahe.
Kia ora whānau. Just going to do a little explanation on harvesting harakeke and the cultural exercise, our Māori cultural exercise on how to harvest harakeke. Traditionally we will open with a karakia to Papatuanuku and Ranginui. Just sort of grant permission to harvest from the forest of Tāne Mahuta. And we have our harakeke plant here, and as we can see the plant grows in a fan shape here, and in the center is the rito, which is the baby shoot of the fan, and the rito is supported by the awhi rito either side. So the awhi rito is the parents, Papatuanuku and Ranginui, or mum and papa, and the other supporting whānau here are called the mātua. So these ones here, the outside fans, can be cut, and we would leave the awhi rito and the rito to continue to grow. And so that's what we'll do. We've got 1, 2, 3 that we can cut here, and 1, 2, 3 on either side. But before we cut, we will say a karakia before we harvest. So karakia tātou, te harakeke, te korori, ngā taonga makerere, iho o te rangi o te papa, ho mai te oranga mō mātou, tihei Māori ora. So now when we harvest, we cut with a sharp blade, and in this case I've got my trusty sharp blade. And now that we know which parts of the harakeke to cut, we then cut on an angle, so we'll just cut the harakeke on an angle, and that will allow the water to shed off and not to collect, to rot, to allow the plant to rot. So we've cut our first awhi rito, our parent or our mātua blades, and then we can cut the remaining rau. And then because we've got the rito in the middle and we've got the awhi rito, papa and mama, we can then go onto the other side, onto the mātua, and then cut that one. And lastly, this one here. And as we can see, we've had these others in the past that are part of the older plant or the younger plant. And we'll just tidy it up. And we have left the 3 innermost, which will allow the plant to grow. So from there,
Kia ora.
we can take our resource away and create and make.
Thank you.
Ko te paro tēnei. This is a simple bowl, flax harakeke woven bowl, used to quickly make a plate, a bowl, that you can then put your kai, your belongings, in this woven paro.
Now this is my manu that I've made, very basic. So if you follow the steps, I'm sure you can all make one very similar. So, rere ana manu, rere ana e.
Hei ko kako Te tangata Wawata I te tangi O ko kako
We got in the tree today. Who have we got in the tree today? Who is in the tree today? Mrs. Kiriru. Look at here. Hello. Oh, she's gone now.
Harakeke. Harakeke, no.